clearly you can see I haven't been uploaded in a while, but I actually have an excuse, alright? So the excuse is that I did not have a mic that was fucking working. Alright, it was not working. The mic was not working, and I don't know what to tell ya. Cause I'm doing George Herman Ruth, man, classically. Now, have you ever seen Sandlot? Babe Ruth? What's your big deal about Babe Ruth? Who is she? And then everyone goes, the Sultan of Swat? The Great Bambino? And just like a bunch of different nicknames. And I think it's the funniest. It's the greatest part of the movie. No, it's not. That's a lie. I just lied to you on camera. And they say that you can't lie on camera. Guess what? Politicians do it all the time. And I'll tell you, they're not chintzy with it too. They're pretty good at doing it. Non-traveling time, oh, I'm just a traveler. So what I'm doing, I'm basically just kind of trying to put where his skin would be. Babe had a big head, you know, he's kind of like me. I have a big head as well, and I love having a big head. You know, I used to get made fun of it. I mean, people used to make fun of my head size as a kid, and I wasn't a fan, okay? So, ooh, papa, big papa, panda, ooh, okay. Ah! Hey, you got it. Ooh. Ow! You got me, dude. Pretty good, actually. God, this has not been productive. Babe Ruth is like this creature from another planet, he almost feels like. And clearly, he's not. You know, like, clearly he probably would have got torn up if he ever faced Tariq Skubal. But I mean that in the best way.
And in 1933, as in so many other seasons, Babe Ruth was the Sultan of Swat. He was past his peak, but in the very first All-Star game, he came to bat with one man on, and with poetic justice, pulled a home run.
This really profound memory when I was a kid, and it was me and my brother would watch Babe, the John Goodman classic. It was just awesome. Like Babe Ruth was just larger than life, and I think that's kind of the whole point of me going like big on this.
Sock you a home run. Does that make you feel better, Johnny? 2?
Kind of just big on the on the canvas. I was gonna do a smaller one, but it makes so much more sense to do this because Babe was just so, he's just so awesome, man. Like he looks like Babe Ruth, like it's there, it's fucking there. You know, I actually had someone ask me if I was really sad when I made this. I don't know if I ever put it on YouTube, but it was, yeah, I did. It was when I was making this homeless man, and I think I was. It's like, you know, you feel things so deeply sometimes, and I think a big part of it is creating and putting that out there into the world. As a man, you know, we kind of have a particular obsession with legacy, and I can feel my ego feeling like that sometimes, you know, like feeling like I need to be contributing to the world in a certain way. There's also like the inner hippie in me where it's like, all you need is love. It seems like his whole face, he seemed very rosy, and maybe it was because he was boozing, but respect to him if he was boozing and hitting 70 homers, you know. Apparently he was a prohibition man. Babe Ruth, and God, people are gonna be like, dude, are you just like attracted to Babe Ruth? And this is gonna sound crazy, but in a way I am. And I don't think it's like physical attraction. I think it's the attraction of just like the allure he brought to the world. And we're talking about a guy that was overweight, out of shape, hitting bombs. That's just the peace of mind that Babe Ruth gives me. He's everything I love about America. When I hear America the beautiful, by Ray Charles, I think about Babe Ruth. And the funny part is, I hate the Yankees. But he is an exception. Same with Lou Gehrig. Lou Gehrig gets that exception.
I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
I watched Love and Mercy a while back, and it was just such a moment for me because he's so... I remember when my piano teacher, like, recommended him to me and was like, you know, Brian Wilson is you know, everyone thinks Surfing USA and Don't Worry Baby, but they were so ahead of their time. Not really ahead of their time, but the same way that Paul McCartney and the Beatles were, and they really didn't get held in the same respect, I don't think. Just the fact that I kind of want him to kind of look mythical and biblical, and baseball card too, like it's heavily inspired by East of Eden, John Steinbeck's book. Like, I'm serious. When I say that book is changed my life, I think it's an understatement, because it is serious. The fact that Cal is just inherently thinks he's just such a bad guy, and he kind of just rewrites his story, is just so incredible. And Aaron, who is the one that's been, you know, given grace his whole life, kind of ends up dying. And I guess that's spoilers, but it's an old book, so grow up and read it. Okay, there's so many characters in it, you're not gonna remember. All right, I probably look a little tanner, and it's because I went to Florida. It was a great time. You're not gonna be able to get a view of like what like the texture is on this, and maybe I'll zoom it in towards the end. But it is like this painting has clearly been painted over like 800 times.
We haven't had a chance to find it out. We've been playing in wind down here. When we get into a ground where there not be so much wind, well, then we can tell a little difference.
Oh, my posture is looking bad.
I guess Lou knows the same thing about that himself. Doesn't you, boy?
That's the truth. The cheating skittle at the Coldplay concert. Now, listen. When I was a 12-year-old, I thought Coldplay was awesome. And do I still think some of their songs are good? Yeah, I'll say it quietly. But man, I saw something that was so funny, and it was like, oh, good thing those two got caught on camera, because the other white couple that got caught cheating at the Coldplay, the other couple at the Coldplay concert didn't get caught cheating, and that is so true. It's pretty funny. It's not funny. It's terrible for the wife. She's gonna get a huge settlement. Detroit people, don't sue me today. I like burners more. I'm just drinking Canada Dry because I got it. That's so messy to go with your like work crew, and you're like literally like, you're cuddling up, and then Chris Martin literally, oh, they must be having a fire. And that's a terrible accent, but I didn't hear the video. I just think that is so funny. Home team, if they don't win, it's a shame, 'cause it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. George Herman, man. All right, so we really have done our thing here, and it looks like we're about near finish. I'm gonna keep the color kind of low key. Picture this. This is 1933. Babe Ruth is at the top of his line, top of his craft. He is a through and through hitter that kind of comes through here, and it kind of runs like this. He runs like this, but he's a great hitter, so it didn't matter. Babe Ruth, born George Herman Ruth, was adopted as a little kid, and like his minister, don't know the exact story, but he helped him up. And he helped him up when he was down. No, the big league chew is like, of course, classic and legendary, but they used to do baseball cards, you know, when you got a stick of gum. Way better deal. Here's my signature. We have a little bit of texture here. Now, if we zoom up closer to his face, I had to kind of cut down his lips because it really messed up. But I added the Yankees hat. Now, in the cards, they don't have the hat, but I added it because he is a fucking gunslinger, and he deserves to have his hat, even if I am not the biggest Yankees fan. I do not hate them. No, I need to add some real quick to it. Just for some continuality here. This adds on to the continuation of my cards, which I will show you. So these are my two, and it's pretty incredible because if you, I mean, they're two different colors, very much like, you know, one in the same style, but this one is more of a, what did it come out of? Oh, it came out of Cracker Jacks, and this one comes out of gum. So my next one will be probably something different, maybe something with a blue background, because then it adds to the primary set. But we'll see, you know, I could do green too. I kind of like green as the same concept, but let me get a few poses for the camera. It's pretty cool because I got a lot of my posters in there. But anyways, this has been Painting with Sam, and these paintings are available. Please like and subscribe, follow, and comment. He's gonna want all that. Okay. I appreciate anyone that watches my videos. Follow me on the gram, follow me on TikTok. Sayonara.
Was real.